not an end in itself. It is important if it becomes a means towards achieving human well-being. It is in this context that we need to deconstruct development models in India. We need to ask the questions, is growth really changing the lives and impacting the lives of those at the bottom of the economic change? Hello and welcome to the Ministers of Change. I'm Shireen Bhan. This week we travelled through Gujarat to see how public-private partnership in the healthcare space is bringing down infant mortality.
Nobody in this state, whatever remote corner, should die for want of critical care.
We examine if the government is going beyond rhetoric to impart good quality education.
They are being given annual dose of training through the satellite.
And we analyze the Modi model of development.
Bijli, Sadak, Pani. Serious improvement in quality of life has not yet become a serious political issue.
Public-private partnership, that is Narendra Modi's mantra. Whether it's developing infrastructure in the state to facilitate industrialization or delivering healthcare. Core to the state administration's emphasis on the PPP model is the recognition of the state's deficiencies and making an attempt to bridge those by leveraging the strength of the private sector.
My government is to serve the society. Development must be a movement. You can't play 5-day test cricket nowadays. Nowadays we are living in the time of 2020.
Almost 3,000 women die every year in Gujarat while delivering babies. The state infant mortality rate, according to the 2009 data, is 48 deaths per 1,000 live births. This figure being higher than that of other industrialized states like Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu. Studies suggest that most of these deaths occur due to the delay in delivery of health services and the acute shortage of qualified gynecologists. To combat the first deficit, the government launched the 108 emergency ambulance service.
On 1st Jan 2008, we had 53 108 services. Today, we have 453 and we are adding 50 more. Maternal emergencies we handle roughly 2.5 lakh every year. And if you ask me, the address of about 20,000 infants born in last little over 2 years, the address is on board 108.
इमरजेंसी मेडिकल टेक्नीशियन को पूरी ट्रेनिंग दी गई होती है और वो पेशेंट को लेकर उसका से पूरा वाइटल्स चेक करता है। वाइटल्स चेक करने के बाद उसको हमारे जो ERCP कॉल सेंटर के अंदर बैठे हुए होते हैं उनसे कॉन्फ्रेंस करके उसको जो दवाई की जो प्री हॉस्पिटल केयर की जरूरत होती है उसको देते हुए हॉस्पिटल तक सेफ पहुंचाते हैं।
जो 108 की सुविधा चालू करी ये बहुत अच्छी है।
बहुत अच्छी, तुरंत ही फोन करने पे तुरंत आके खड़ी हो जाती है।
मैं जब भी जितने भी पेशेंट लाता हूँ और कभी कोई भी टाइम पे लाता हूँ तो तुरंत यहाँ का स्टाफ हाजिर होता है और तुरंत ही उनको अपने घर के हिसाब से घर की तरह रख के ना उनकी ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं।
And to bridge the gap of trained medical staff, the government launched the Chiranjeevi Yojana in 2007. Under this scheme, women below the poverty line can go to impaneled private nursing homes for delivery, and the cost of this is borne by the state government.
I have done MOU with the government, in which the government give us rupees 2,80,000 per 100 deliveries per year, which includes all the fees, medicines or operating charges, whichever be included. And in this scheme, we doesn't take any money from the patients.
While one criticism of the scheme has been that it continues to be restricted to the urban and semi-urban centres, there are women like Usha Ben of Baddi village near Sanand who have benefited from the Chiranjeevi Yojana. For her, delivering a child under proper medical supervision is now a reality. And it doesn't stop at that. Under the government's Bal Sakha Yojana, infants up to 1 year of age are covered for pediatric care at affiliated clinics as well.
जो पहले डिलीवरी थी ना वो नॉर्मल हुई थी, फिर दूसरी भी नॉर्मल थी, फिर एक बच्चे के बाद थोड़ा तकलीफ पेट में हुआ था, फिर दवाखाने में आके तपास की, सिस्टर ने दवा हमने बताई कि इस तरफ करो, फिर हमने तपास करा के यहाँ दवा चलती, वहाँ भी तपासते थे, यहाँ भी तपासते थे, फिर इसकी तरह अच्छा लगता रहा, फिर ये दिल बड़ी यहाँ
દુઃખ ઉપડ્યું ત્યારે મેં રિક્ષા કરીને અહીંયા આવ્યા બધા પરિવાર સાથે, તો અહીંયા સારી રીતે ડિલિવરી થઈ ગઈ, 2 કલાકમાં બાળક બધું સરસ સારી રીતે થઈ ગઈ.
સારી રીતે અમારી સેવા કરી છે અને પૈસા અમે કશું નથી આપ્યા. મફત અમારું બીપીએલ કાર્ડ હતું એના હિસાબે અમને મફત સુવાવર થઈ છે.
The Chiranjeevi Yojana, implemented in 2006, has been recognized for its innovations on the service delivery front. But a CAG report in 2011 has found that the Yojana has fallen short of its own targets. Moreover, the number of doctors impanelled under this Yojana have also fallen in some districts. Private clinics don't find it profitable enough to be part of this government scheme. On the other side, critics say the privatization of healthcare in the state will only undermine public healthcare administration. But the Modi government is clear. They want to revamp healthcare in the state of Gujarat, whether public or private. That is secondary.
Out of 6 lakh and odd deliveries, only 95 mothers' deaths occurred. In normal circumstances, it would have been more than 900. That is more important. So how much cost you put on one mother's life? I don't think CAG has an answer to this. As far as the other part is concerned, I think in a state where you do not have sufficient number of specialist doctors, this was the only way out.
In terms of developed states, Gujarat is one of the lowest number of medical seats, only about 8 seats for a population of over 100,000. Over 1,200 students leave the state every year for medical education. To counter this, the government is now expanding capacity in existing colleges and setting up 8 new medical, super speciality and nursing colleges to plug the human resource gap. In the meantime, it is working to upgrade the physical infrastructure by pushing community and primary healthcare centers to go in for ISO certification. This primary healthcare center in Jetalpur in Ahmedabad district is the third one to be accredited and is regularly put through inspections to ensure quality.
We will attend a meeting of all the staff members every Saturday. What is the progress of that week? If any case increase is there, so there are chances of epidemic. Any neonatal death, any infant death, she will get it from the staff member. So this is weekly, and every month there is a meeting at the district level of all medical officers of the PSC. So what they have done during the month, they will send the report, we will analyze it, and if anything wrong, then we will take the action, corrective action.
For Modi, running the state like a corporation means systems, processes, targets and results are key. And not all monitoring is left to third-party agencies. Every year, all state bureaucrats and ministers led by the Chief Minister go on a yatra of sorts. They randomly visit selected schools across districts and administer tests to students to check on the quality of education being imparted.
Apart from the school rating, suppose if it is a primary class of 4th standard this year and last year was a 3rd standard, so the teacher who taught in this class in the last year, he or she is also given a separate grade in that subject. So each teacher also knows what has been my grade. And of course for the first 2 years, 2009 and 2010, this campaign went on. We haven't so far linked any punitive action with the Gunotsav results. But henceforward we are planning to do it. We would like to link the Gunotsav results with performance appraisal. We would like to link it with the promotion of teachers. We would like to link it with the request transfers. So only then the teachers would become very conscious about the importance of teaching in the class.
It is with this in mind that the teacher training program was launched in 2007. Every summer vacation, nearly 2 lakh teachers in 4,000 centers across the state are put through a rigorous study schedule to upgrade their skills. In some districts, the program is conducted virtually, with master trainers in Gandhinagar interacting with teachers via satellite connection.
जो टीचर्स है वो अपने स्कूल में जाके अपने क्लास में जाके बच्चों को ठीक तरह से अच्छी तरह से पढ़ाए और बिना झिझक के सरलता से पढ़ाए, उसके हिसाब से ये म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन ने एक आयोजन बनाया और 14 दिन की यह ट्रेनिंग चल रही है।
वो ट्रेनिंग होने से टीचर्स को जो कुछ नए तरह में, नई शिक्षण तरह से जो पढ़ाना चाहिए, किस तरह पढ़ाना चाहिए, वो बताते हैं।
हमारे अगर स्कूल में कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो हम यहाँ बताते हैं कि हमारे स्कूल में इस स्टूडेंट का ये प्रॉब्लम है तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए, और ये सब हमें बताते हैं। वो इस तरह हम सबके प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करते हैं।
एक दूसरे के साथ बैठते हैं तो जो दिक्कतें पड़ती है इसकी चर्चा होती है, तो दिक्कत में से हम बाहर आ सकते हैं, शेयर हो सकता है और नई नई टेक्निक वो हमको जानने को मिलती है।
दे आर टीचिंग अस थ्रू द वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस। सो क्या होता है कि हम उसकी जो 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 फीस है वो नॉर्मल पीपल अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते, तो थ्रू दैट मीडिया वी कैन गेट ऑल।
But there are some benchmarks that Gujarat has not been able to achieve despite its double-digit GDP growth rate. The dropout rate of children from school has increased. 40% of Gujarat's children are malnourished and the child-sex ratio continues to be skewed.
All over the country, what we call development or what is called Vikas is actually BIPAS, Bijli, Sadak, Pani. This is what has been reduced to. Education, health, livelihood opportunities and serious improvement in quality of life has not yet become a serious political issue anywhere in the country. The same holds for Gujarat. So, if the quality of roads improve, you have less uninterrupted electricity, you have better quality of water, which is a real issue in Saurashtra, then the government is seen to be performing. And things like quality of education, health services, etc. have not been a politicized issue. And unless an issue becomes politicized, it's not addressed in democratic functioning.
जब 2001 के सेंसस रिपोर्ट आया था तब गुजरात की हालत कोई ज्यादा अच्छी नहीं थी। हमने पिछले 5 साल से लगातार आंदोलन चलाया, कानूनी व्यवस्थाएं की, समाज के लोगों को चलाया। हर शादी में शपथ समारोह होता है कि हमारे परिवार में भ्रूण हत्या नहीं करेंगे, और उसका एक नतीजा ये हुआ है कि अब हम करीब करीब 960 तक पहुंचे हैं, और मुझे विश्वास है कि हम आने वाले दिनों में वो स्थिति को सुधार देंगे।
Every year, Narendra Modi personally takes part in the Kanya Khilavani drive, a movement in its 7th year where state officials travel from village to village to encourage parents to enroll the girl child in school. This movement, along with other state-sponsored programs, have resulted in a 13% hike in the female literacy rate in Gujarat. In fact, according to the 2011 census figures, female literacy in Gujarat now stands at 70%, much higher than the national average of 65%. Coming up next on the Ministers of Change, we examine Narendra Modi's balancing act.